I think yours is a little loud. Test.
Test. That good? Much better?
Yeah, it sounds good. I think you just have it a little close.
Okay. Let's try that. A little
Yep.
bit. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pilgrim Skating Rink here in Hingham, Massachusetts for tonight's matchup between the Titans of Pembroke High School and the Harbor Women of Hingham, going for a lucky win number 13 in a row. Michael Walsh on commentary. I'll be doing the play-by-play, joined on color by the other Mike Walsh, and on production, Mike, the postman Simmons, always delivering on production for him as well. So welcome to the Triple Mike Show here in Hingham.
The triple mics, baby.
What a game we got going here today. The number 1 team in Division 1 against the number 26 team in Division 2 here on senior night for the Hingham Harbor Women.
Yeah, it should be a good one, Mike. Always a buzz when the parents are around and the kids' grandparents are around, and the seniors are kind of for a second getting a little teary-eyed, but still half a season to go. So I'm sure they're looking to deliver in terms of the Hingham crew. They're obviously looking to deliver something good tonight.
Well, it looks like Hingham starting off strong here as a puck sent out in front, but the Titans will look to try to counter the other way, battle along the center ice, and coming up the left side here is Kaylee Walsh. And back to the point, wrist shot blocked out in front. Letting that shot go was Helen Concannon. Puck sent around the Titans' net. It will come to the far board, sent out only as far as Catherine Flynn, one of the alternate captains. Now coming to the point, a shot down low, handled by the Harbor Women, but sent around just wide. Pembroke a little bit running around their own end so far. Hingham with the press. Now here come the Titans. Potential 2-on-1, really. But now Hingham will come back and they'll look to regroup here.
Yeah, Hingham's strong. One of the things that you look for Hingham, too, they really don't give you any room in the neutral zone, Mike.
There's a shot here, blockered away there by Pembroke's goalie, as getting the start today, I believe in goal, is Mia Dunphy from Pembroke. So making a good blocker save and parrying that one all the way to the corner. Hingham will come back and they will look to regroup as spinning around and trying to make something happen. Shea Richardson. She will go over to the far boards, but it will hop up over the blue line, and Pembroke will get in with their first opportunity of the second half. Lauren Perry trying to get around Maya Hobson, but over the far boards, keeping in at the point for a moment was Ella Sullivan. Battle along the far boards here. Hingham will try to come out, and they will. This is Hannah Lash. Lash will skate around her fellow number 8, Grace Casolius. Lash will get to the middle, try to get around. We'll send it out in front, not in the middle to get there. Keeping it in at the point there was Shea Richardson. Richardson will come back around the net. She'll try to make something happen here. Still keeping the puck at the blue line. Richardson, body out in front. She'll let a shot go. Easily handled by Dunphy, and she'll steer it all the way to the corners.
Yeah, Richardson's got some serious wheels. The IQ is very, very strong, and they're fortunate. What happens, Mike, is Hingham's so strong in the back end, and they got so many good skaters. You saw Richardson right there. She's pinching so deep. It's almost like having really a fourth forward on the line.
Aggressive D has been one of the hallmarks of the Harbor Women so far, as here they come again. Sending it over the line. Katie Teague, she'll send it out in front, but broken up by Pembroke there. Kept in at the line by Samantha McCabe. Now the Titans will try to get hand D'Angelo. We'll go down here, and we'll have our first penalty of the night go against the Harbor Women as the puck gets sent into the boards.
Yeah, that was a quasi trip. Let's be honest. That was a little bit weak of a call. But what happens is when you do it right in front of the ref, it's got to make the call. So we'll see the special teams of Pembroke right away, and we'll see the PK for the Harbor Women, who have been unbelievable. They're very aggressive on the PK, and I'm assuming that's what they'll be doing again. They got their full string PK on right now.
Callie Crean went to the box. Faceoff was won by the Titans, but coming back the other way of the Harbor Women, Callie Crean now send it over to Hannah Lash. Lash down low. She's got Crean back behind her. Now, this is Crean going down low. Wasting more time here. It's been mostly Harbor Women now so far in the penalty, but the Titans will look to break out easily. Back to retrieve the puck is handed to D'Angelo, the captain of this Titans team. D'Angelo switching, but aggressive pinch again on the forecheck here. Titans trying to make something happen. And now a shot blocked out in front. Never really got to Dunphy. And Peyton Sorsberry will try to break it out here for the Titans. Sorsberry will go wide here. She'll send it in, but only as far as Maya Hobson. She will send it over to Shea Richardson. Richardson will send it up the boards, only as far as Crean. That one will be gloved easily by Maya Dunphy. So a power play for the Titans, but the penalty kill got most of the offense going right now for the Harbor women.
Yeah, strong skating. Hingham's a hard team to play against on the PK because Courtney Turner, head coach of the Harbor woman, she'll be super aggressive, if not as aggressive as regular full strength. So, most teams back off. They're trying to play the point real high and real hard.
It goes back to that speed that you were talking about earlier, that if they have a chance of skating, there's open ice in the middle of them, why not take it up the ice?
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Good point. Hingham's an unbelievably skating team. Their first two lines are probably the best two in the state, combining with everybody else in terms of good speed. Of course, there's other good teams in the state, but from what I've seen, and they've played the top 5, top 10 teams so far, Hingham's always had that second line that's just as good skating as the first, and that's what it comes down to all the time.
Right. Yeah, we saw earlier in this afternoon the number 2 and number 3 team, NDA and Malden Catholic, skate to a 1-1 tie down at Rockland. So they are obviously back and watching this game as the number 1 Harbor women, a team that they're definitely going to have to face come March for the tournament, as the Titans will try to get something to happen here. Coming up the right side. And a drop pass unable to connect, but staying with it is the Titans. Now a shot just past the post. Letting that shot go was Hannah D'Angelo, and at the post was Lauren Perry. So first salvo sent by the Titans.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Nice quick shot off the half wall.
Now here goes another one blocked in front by Samantha McCabe. And chipping it out of the zone was Caroline Doherty, one of the captains. Harbor woman will try to let another shot go, as I believe that was Addie Garrity, one of the other co-captains, letting that go, but never really got to Dunphy. 10-13 left here in the first period.
That's the chemistry line you're looking at. You got Garrity and Doherty, and they've been playing together for a few years now, and it's a good chemistry line, and they've really started growing. This year, the 1-2, they're doing a lot of give and go, so we got some open space here. Yeah,
we do. We're coming up the right side. Samantha McCabe. McCabe will take it wide. Shot in the goal! Samantha McCabe picks the top shelf, and the Harbor women are off for 1-0 here in the first period.
Yeah, I saw that kind of coming because what happens is you get caught on a change. And when you get caught on the change, the Harbor women, that's the second game in a row. They do send that right side loaded with 3. They got a 3-on-2 for a second. And when you have those numbers, the defense is going to give you the gaps. They backed up, and Sammy Cave came in by herself and top shelf. Nice little shot from the far side.
Just as the penalty expired, the Harbor women getting on the board. So the Titans spend most of that power play kind of back on their heels. And now here they go again. Shea Richardson will spin off a check. Deke around both the player and the referee. Now behind the net for the Titans, trying to get something going. Here's Emily Stone. She will send it up the boards, only as far as the blue line. Keeping it in for the Harbor women is Callie Crean. Crean will go wide. She'll try to go around the net. Crean will now send it back down low. And a backhander out in front, but nobody there for the Harbor women. Titans trying to make something happen. They will clear it out to center ice. Coming back in on the other side, Shea Richardson. And we will have a penalty called here against the Titans. And we'll see their first look at the Harbor women power play.
Yeah, open ice. Again, what the threat there is, you've got Hannah Lash, you've got very good speed. You got Richardson at the point who pinches up to a forward most of the times, and then she's carrying the puck, and it's a tough one to cover.
Maeve Shaughnessy will get the tripping call. She will go to the box with 9:08 in the first period, and the Harbor woman will look to cash in on this power play and make a 2-0 lead so far. Face-off control by the Harbor will come back to Richardson. Richardson will send it down low at the goal line right here. We're trying to make something happen. Now pass sent out in front. Never really got to the intended target. Now the Titans will try to counter. They will try to get something happen on the penalty kill. Shot handled easily, but spilling a rebound and another save. Izzy Puliel, a double save on this power play, keeping the Harbor women 1-0.
Yeah, that's a great, talk about a shorthanded bid there. That was a tricky shot, and Puliel just did recover on that. That was a tough one to handle.
Hannah D'Angelo let that shot go. And it looked like Pulio had it covered, but spilled right to her near post. But she got across in time. Now the Harbor woman trying to make a step. Shot out in the slot. Kaylee Walsh.
Wide open, too.
Almost had a chance to score on senior night. Puck down low. Back for Walsh. Walsh unable to get it. Sort of a flutter. And now here come the Titans again. Unable to get those D'Angelo as she got met at the blue by Catherine Flynn. Now back on the side here, Shea Richardson. Richardson down low. Now pass out in front. Handled by Dumpy. She will dive for it. And a goal! Harbor women get a 2-0 lead here on a power play.
Now, it's a nice little feed down low to Walsh. Walsh saw the slot open. She fires it out front, and I'm not sure if she got the assist or who got the assist, but it was a nice little 1-2-3 play.
First through the line at the bench is Shea Richardson. We'll see if she gets credit for it. But one goal just as a penalty kill expires and one goal on the power play. So special teams working wonders early for the Harbor women.
Yeah, that was one of those. They took their time, too. They have plenty of space. I mean, if you're not under attack, you're going to take your time, and you'll find it eventually. Goalie can't stop them all.
Seemed like Pembroke was afraid to kind of come out of that box they had set up on the penalty kill.
Sorry.
And then all of a sudden, giving them too much space with that box. Puck's now in front, and then it's a mad dash. Richardson going to move back and try to gain some space. She'll send it in, unable to connect there. She was looking for Alexa Harris, but went over her stick icing. It'll come back down to our near side here.
Yeah, it's one of those games. You never know. I mean, Hingham, understandably ranked number 1 in the state, Division I. Obviously, Pembroke doesn't really have the luxury of the number of players either. So, coming in tonight, you never know, though. This is one of those games where you got to get through. It could be a trap game, I mean, I'm sure that all the fanfare with the parents and everything else here. Senior night.
Unable to corral the pass there was Helen Concannon. That'll go for another icing. It's always interesting, especially on nights like tonight when you're playing a team that I wouldn't say necessarily be down to competition, but you have the festivities, you have everything else.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is be in a game in the third period and the Harbor women trying to make sure this is done and dusted before they get there. Yeah,
and then at the same time, it's tough to beat Pembroke too, because you know what, they want to win. They want to win the game, and they're capable of doing it on any given night. And it's also not their senior night, but I saw that Hingham did a nice job presenting Pembroke seniors with some flowers at the beginning too. Nice gesture.
Great gesture there by the Harbor women, and coming up the left side here again, Maya Hobson. Hobson cut off right at the face-off circle. Back to get it is Ella Sullivan. Sullivan will send it around the boards, and it will come to Hannah D'Angelo, one of the captains. And puck will come out of the zone. Actually, correct me, that was Maggie O'Malley who was able to knock that off stride. Back in Sullivan. Sullivan sent it up the boards, but kept in at the blue line by the Harbor women. And back to get it against D'Angelo. D'Angelo will circle, and she'll come with speed up this right side. D'Angelo was backhanded in deep. Stopped there by Pulio. Sent up the boards, but Titans in on the forecheck. It will come to Samantha McCabe. McCabe will send it up and a shot in on Dunphy. She will steer it behind her net with 6 minutes left here in the first period. 2-0 your score. Harbor women with a goal 5-on-5 just after a penalty kill and a power play goal. Puck sent over and sending it up the wall. Samantha McCabe. She will find Kaylee Walsh. Walsh will take it wide and get met right on the boards there. A little bit of a nudge.
Nice check.
by Addison Nee.
Arms can't do that to Walshy.
Arms stayed down, and Dad was a little bit upset with the nudge for her daughter, but shot out in front. They come back only as far as Samantha McCabe. Come back now is Addie Garrity. And now at the point, good deke there. A pass out in front and a shot. Oh, good save by Dumpy. Backhander. Now in front. Nobody there for the Harbor women. They are buzzing now.
Yeah,
in
nice
Maya
passing
Dumpy.
too.
Look at this tic-tac-toe, but a good breakup there by the Titans, and they will look to counter. Only as far as McCabe. McCabe will send it up the right side. Caroline Doherty will put it up. She is battling with Addison Nee. It'll come back to McCabe. McCabe with the wrist shot.
Ooh.
Dunphy might have been.
That was a tough one to find.
Knuckleball.
Good save.
pushed it over to the corner. This will be sent down for icing. So I did forget to mention it. It's definitely on my part. Definitely on my part. I forgot to mention I am joined by Mike Walsh, who is, of course, a parent of one of the seniors tonight. Kaylee Walsh's daughter, number 12, playing tonight. So you mentioned the festivities. You are a part of it, and congratulations to you of what a night for your family and what a night for the Harbor women as well.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, just the whole community down here in Hingham. I mean, it starts from the youth program on up, and they just, they come out big. It's amazing how big of a hockey family this whole town is, and the talent levels on both sides is crazy.
Massachusetts quickly become one of the hotbeds for high school hockey. Pembroke now trying to get some offense going. It'll come to Peyton Sorsberry, but she's broken up at the blue line there. A good breakup by Brenna Doherty. Up the left side, here comes Alexa Harris. Harris will chip it in deep. She'll go after. She's met by Megan Hanrahan. Now the Titans will try to get something going. They'll dump it in only as far as the face-off circle. Back to get it for the Harbor women is Reagan Lepart. She will send it up the boards to Callie Crean, and she will get it back, and she will dump it in. They will go for a line change here. Under 4 minutes left here. 2-0 your score. Harbor women over the Pembroke Titans. Back to get for the Harbor women is number 14, Shea Richardson, who has one of the goals so far, we believe, as she was the first to come back.
Yeah, she got that one right in front, jammed it nice.
Now the Titans will try to make something happen. They will dump it in. Looked a little behind the red line, but that wind-up might have gotten her just to the red line there. Now trying to break out, and she is breaking out very well there by Maya Hobson. Hobson zigzagging, making everybody dizzy. Hobson gets to the middle.
That's pretty funny.
Shot there and handled easily by Dunphy. Does anybody?
Connor McDavid there. Who does she think she is?
If it TJ Oshie on line one, if anybody's watching with motion sickness, we apologize.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's when you say you're lucky there's an open ice hitting in this game.
I know. Wow. Unbelievable.
Just when that happens, you want to just lay somebody out when they're doing that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's just if I can't instead of waving the sticks, let's just put an arm on somebody to try to stop this meltdown. Maya Hobson, she tried to do it, but unable to get it there. Sent back around by Ellie Halsing, freshman dressed tonight. And now the Titans will try to make something happen here. Coming up this right side is the captain, number 6, Lauren Perry. She will send it in. Stick to the far boards by Izzy Pulio. Over to get it for the Harbor woman is Maya Hobson. She will send it around to Shea Richardson. Richardson, the golden rule, try not to go out in front of your net, but
not with her.
No,
she's skilled enough.
Rules don't apply. Richardson, she'll go wide. A shot blockered away there by Dunphy.
That's a nice save, too. She was flying down, cutting in and out. Took a nice shot right off the waffle.
I mean, it's 2-0, but Dunphy has made some incredible saves so far to keep it that way for Pembroke.
Definitely has.
Puck sent down deep by Addie Garrity. Sticks it along. She will battle with her fellow number 17, Alice Sullivan. And Sullivan will try to get something going here and only go as far as Samantha McCabe. Puck sent over to the far boards here. Catherine Flynn wearing the 8 tonight for the Harbor woman. She will send it over, and here comes Kaylee Walsh. Walsh up this right side with a wrist shot right into the gut of Dunphy, and she will hold. If you're Pembroke, the best you could do, if you can, try to keep this at 2-0 or sneak one in at the end of the first period to get some momentum.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Hingham's rolling a lot of lines. I haven't really kept an eye on it. It looks like Pembroke's rolling 2, maybe 3. But that will make a difference, too. And they're all jacked up. It's home, so you're going to have extra energy. So, yeah, they're looking to do a lot of different things tonight.
Back to the point. Here comes Samantha McCabe. McCabe will take it around. She'll battle with 2 Titans and the official. But breaking it out for the Titans is Hannah D'Angelo. She'll send it up the board. She was looking for Maggie O'Malley. But broken up there for the Harbor woman was Caroline Doherty. She'll send it back to Flynn. Flynn will send it over to McCabe. McCabe send it in the middle. Here comes Doherty. Doherty, leave it back for Walsh. Walsh with the shot. Took a deflection and kind of knuckleballed in on Dunphy, and she will cover.
Yeah, you know what? Pembroke's actually playing pretty good in their own zone. I mean, it's tough because you're playing the game in your zone. It's not, you very, very little offensive zone time. So Pembroke's doing what they can, but I think they're doing a good job keeping the puck on the outside for the most part.
it's not for a lack of chances. We saw a rush on one of the Harbor Women power play that troubled a little bit Izzy Pulio, but she was able to hold it. Still now a scrum out in front and unable to put it in as we're under a minute left here in the first period. Now a bouncing puck into the middle, and Titans will just be able to get it out as Maggie O'Malley will try to send it down the river but hit a creek. And now trying to get it in deep there was Addison Nee, and she will. Back behind the net, over to get it is Richardson. Richardson in a battle on the far boards there. Both players go for a tumble, and now breaking it out of the pack. Here comes Hannah Lash. Lash taking up this right side. She'll leave it behind. Now a shot.
Nice feed.
Pass. And a backhand handled by Dunphy.
Yeah, it was a really nice look. Nice drop pass, a nice feed by Helen Concannon. Looking far weak side there, and they had somebody.
Now another wrist shot took another deflection out in front. Pembroke having active sticks here, trying to stop something from getting to Dunphy. Now the Titans trying to get there on a 2-on-1 as a knee, unable to corral the puck. 5 seconds left to go in the period. Maybe time for one more rush. And that should do it. So, 2 quick scores here for the Harbor Women. Makes them a 2-0 lead. They will take that into the room. The Harbor Women did have chances, but the Titans, even though they're down 2-0, playing very strong defensive game considering most of their action was front, and had a couple chances on Izzy Pulio in this end.
Yeah, this could get ugly, and it could get kind of dirty for Pembroke if they don't stick to some kind of a game plan. You know, Hingham only gets stronger during the game when they get more relaxed. But we'll look for big pushback from Pembroke. They're definitely up against it today, but should be a good second period. Let's see how they push back.
We will step aside for a quick break. At the end of one, it's Hingham Harbor Women 2, the Pembroke Titans 0. You're watching girls high school hockey here on My Hockey Live.
The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com.
Back live here at the Pilgrim Skating Rink here in Hingham, Massachusetts. A 2-0 lead for the Hingham Harbor women over the Pembroke Titans. How these two teams got here. Pembroke comes in 3-7-1. 2 victories over Barnstable and a win over North Quincy. Losses came to Situate, Marshfield, Central Catholic, Duxbury, Falmouth, Plymouth South, and Sandwich. And their lone tie came against Hanover. For the Harbor women, they come in undefeated, 12-0, looking for lucky number 13. And the face-off is won by the Harbor women. They will come in on this right side here. They'll take it to the net, unable to get something off. Was Caroline Doherty. It'll come back to the point, and the Titans will try to get it going the other way. Here comes Addison Nee. Nee will put a shot in on Izzy Pulio. She will stick it over to the far boards. Now the Harbor women will try to counter. Coming up this right side here. Again, and now a shot and a goal! What an individual effort. Caroline Doherty took it to the backhand and roofed it over Maya Dumphy. And the Harbor women will extend their lead to 3-0. What an individual effort here from Caroline Doherty.
Yeah, she goes, looks like she's going to go backhand the whole way. Last second, she flips it a little forehand. That's a tough one to get to. But she's motoring down like that. She loves that, duck that shoulder.
So quick strike here for the Harbor women will extend their lead to 3-0. And we talked about it going into the intermission, Mike, of I see how Pembroke comes out in the second period knowing they're only down 2-0. Well, It's more about how Hingham came out and responded to a close game in the first period.
Yeah, that was quick.
Mike Walsh on play-by-play commentary, joined by Mike Walsh on color commentary, and on production, Mike the Postman Simmons, always delivering on production as well. So we welcome to the Triple Mike Show here on My Hockey Live as the Harbor Women will try to get back for more. A shot just past the net, letting that shot go was Callie Crean. Now back to the point, a Richter knocked down in front. The point shot came from Sienna Messina, and I believe that was Ellie Bello who tried to knock it down. Now
Here comes a Pembroke break.
On the left side, sent out across, nobody there. Coming up the left side was Peyton Swordsbury, but just a little bit behind the play was Maggie O'Malley. Otherwise, she had a tap in.
Well, it was a good recovery by Hingham. They got back on that one. They actually, for a second, looked like they were going to have a breakaway. Hingham hustled back, so good on them for that.
Hingham defense coming up big here. Now pass over across, unable to connect, and unable to get it deep was Ella Sullivan. She'll come back to get it under pressure here as Alexa Harris is in on the forecheck. Now puck sent up the boards. Grace Kazaloius will try to get it out only as far as Shea Richardson. Richardson will take it to the far side, take a whack, but keep going. Richardson digs around one, digs around two, but a poke check there.
Ran out of space there, Mr. Michael.
Dunphy with a nice poke check and a good save there on a rebound, as putting that out in front was Katie Teague. Harbor Women buzzing again here. Puck sent up the boards, but kept in at the blue line. Over to get it. Now sending up the boards there was Emily Stone, and the Harbor Women will look to regroup.
Yeah, Richardson coming screaming down the side, and then just kept cutting in and out, got to the net. She forgot she had no space. She ran out of space. She actually had a move, but she had no space.
By the time she finished that final move, she was really much on Dumpy's paint and just ran out of it. Now a little bit of a nudge there. And
that's good D. Yeah, it's
good D there. Just a slight little nudge. Wasn't really going anywhere. Back to get it for the Harbor Woman is Maeve Murphy. She'll go tape to tape here. Now pass up and streaming down the middle. Here comes Ella Halsing. Halsing trying to go forehand, but Dumpy snuffs that out. Freshman with some good moves there.
Again, ran out of room. That one right there was, I think both girls, keep your head up when you're coming in like that. Here comes a nice bid by
O'Malley with a shot off the post. Trying to get it.
They
She
scored.
does. Maggie O'Malley on the breakaway. Initial shot. I don't know if it hit the post, but it came right back out in front, and she put it in, and the Titans are on the board.
Yeah, as oftentimes that happens, you get a big rush one end, and then all of a sudden the puck bounces out to the neutral zone. Pembroke finds himself breakaway with the goalie. She made a great initial save. Like you said, I don't know if it got behind her and hit the post. It bounced right back fortuitously, and O'Malley was able to just put her own rebound in.
Now here come the Titans again.
Little life for the Titans.
Yeah, they are not going to go away quietly. Hannah D'Angelo will get it in on deep. Battle on the far boards there. D'Angelo will send it around, and it will get to Maggie O'Malley, the captain. But first to get it for the Harbor Woman is Catherine Flynn. Puck sent around the boards, and I believe, yes, it will come to Kaylee Walsh.
Oh, nice pass.
What a saucer pass there. Going out the right side, Caroline Doherty. But didn't really have much of an angle, so she will circle back. Down low to Walsh. Walsh.
Oh, give and go.
Go only as far as the point and letting that shot go as McCabe. Hopped over Doherty's stick, but McCabe found it. Now a shot, took a deflection. Now out in front. And unable to pull the trigger was Doherty. Harbor Women buzzing right now.
Oh,
Walsh,
nice
what a
play.
pass. Man, what a save.
Little behind the back pass there. The no look looked pretty sick.
Harbor Women are feeling it right now. Walsh, Doherty, and Addie Garrity, that line there, making.
That was nice.
Almost had a set to see top 10 here. Face-off will be to the right of Dunphy. Puck sent up the wall, but only as far. Now coming into the middle with a shot. Just hit the backside of the net on the apron. Now on the left side here is Hannah Lash. She will send it down low to Callie Crean. Crean will spin. Crean lost it for a moment, hit the paddle of Dunphy. She'll send it back to the boards. Now a shot out in front and having the glove there is Dunphy. As sitting out in front was Helen
Nice
Kincannon.
little sauce pass right there by Hannah Lash. Nice cycle, too, down low by Hingham. They keep the puck below the goal line, and really no threats coming after them. And that's a problem if you're Pembroke when you're leaving those types of skaters and types of hockey players open like that.
You mentioned it in the first period. The skating and the amount of space that Pembroke's leaving Hingham is almost dangerous at points. And now Harborwoman and a shot down. We got a player down for Hingham.
That's not good. Hannah Lash looks like she took I don't know if it was a knee. I don't know if we can get that and replay there. I'd like to see what happened. I couldn't see. It was a little bit away from the play. It'd be nice to see what happened if we could.
I don't know if it was the stick or the leg, but Lash seems to get up. She's skating off under her own power, so that is good.
Yeah, it looked like just a contact. Was it an elbow or something maybe? I don't know. It's hard to see. Right there. Might have been a knee to knee. It's hard to tell.
More of an incidental contact than
yeah, it was
else.
definitely not, purposeful, but that's one of those things when you see the knee to knee, that could end your season.
Here come the Harborwoman again. The shot sent on. Dumpy will steer it to the end boards. Putting that on was Alexa Harris. Now a battle on the far boards here. Harris will get it back. She'll backhand it out front. Never got to Dumpy. Collision out front. Two Titans come together. Now a Harborwoman go down, and now another break for the Titans. Trying to get around, but a good play there.
Oh, Cece Flynn, nice back check, great play. Read the play well. She was gone. One-on-one, that would have been with the goalie.
Peyton Sowersbury with the chance out in front, but again, good play there. Back to get for Pembroke is Ella Sullivan. She will find Peyton Sowersbury. She'll send it down the ice, and no icing here. And so the Harborwoman will look to regroup back behind the net. Unable to control the puck, but now here comes the Harborwoman with speed. Coming up the right side.
CC Flynn again.
Flynn will try to make something happen. Pass out in front. Never got to Dumphy. As nice block there by Emily Stone. Back only as far as Richardson.
Hingham crashed the net nicely, but the puck couldn't quite find him.
Richardson
Pembroke did a nice job.
Shrug off a check. She'll find someone up front. Oh, had a one-timer set up there for Caroline Doherty, but unable to pull the trigger. It went right by her, but Doherty took the shot right. Well, she had it covered the entire way, had his arms up and everything.
Yeah, I was about to grab. What happened there, too, was she was pulling the Ovechkin, ready to tee one up, or the Pasternak, and the pass was a little bit behind her, but it was a great-looking play. Weak side, wide open, and they like to do that a lot. These players know. They have good chemistry. They watch weak side, wide open.
It's really extraordinary how we talked about just a couple minutes ago, the passing play right out in front here that almost resulted in a goal. Hingham is almost synchronized and not even need to communicate sometimes to know where a player is.
Well, that's exactly what it is, the chemistry. You're right. They've been throwing some behind-the-back passes and no-look passes. That's when you know you can trust your players. You watch the pros do it all the time, but it's hard to do when you're
puck sent out in front.
When you're this age.
Caroline Doherty will send it back to the point to Shea Richardson. Richardson, let it go. Dumpy will gobble that one up, and she will hold for a face-off.
Other than that one right at the beginning of the period, Caroline Doherty, magnificent play. Dumpy's really settled in. She looks good.
Dumpy, we mentioned it in the first period, a couple of those chances didn't really have anything to do, but she kept it really 2-0. As close as she could in that first period, kept it together. Obviously let up the early goal here in the second, but then her team responded. So she's really kept this a 2-goal game for most of it. Puck over in the far boards, battling along there. Helen Concannon sent out in front.
Nice little send.
Hit the stick of Callie Crean. Puck blocked in front there. Ella Sullivan will send it to the blue line. Richardson fanned on the dump attempt, and getting it past her is Addison Nee. Nee unable to get really much going, and now here come the Titans again.
That's a penalty right there. She got away with that. Richardson tripped her. Both refs were looking at the puck, I think. I looked at their heads. It wasn't even on the play.
So we will play on here in Hingham. Trying to get it down low was Nee. And now the Harborwoman will come to get back with speed. Up the right side, here comes Hannah Lash. Lash went back, was looking for Crean. Now a shot in front.
Save.
Rebound there, but nobody there for Harborwoman. Dumphy coming up big again with that pad. Down low is Concannon. Concannon set out in front. Good break up there. As sitting out in the slot was Crean. Now a shot handled by Dumphy. Ella Sullivan with the break up there. Back down low.
Assault attack here, Michael.
It's all Harborwoman down this end. Cream will try to get back out in front.
That's good D right there, getting a stick on that. That was labeled for the top shelf on the
now
short side.
Left side, Doherty beat the goaltender, but just hit the side of the apron. Puck sent around the boards and all the way down by Emma Jones. No icing here. And
Team getting a line change.
back to get is Catherine Flynn. She'll find Doherty all by herself at the blue line. Doherty will take it wide, and Doherty will spin out of it, try to find something going. Doherty taking the middle, but the puck just didn't want to cooperate with her at that point. Garrity over to the boards, just a little too hot to handle for McCabe. Puck backhanded back out in front and trying to get it out of the zone, but get around her own player is Hannah D'Angelo, and she will send it all the way down, and that one will go for icing.
A lot of action, most of the action down at our end where we are in this live, beautiful broadcast booth of the Palisades of Pilgrim. This was the most dangerous corner in the United States of America, my far side down where the Zamboni comes out. Don't ever go in there. It might not come out.
I was wondering why it was so dark down there. Now
Yeah.
that you tell me,
It's dark. Look at it. It's even dark. Like the ice is even dark.
So we will try to avoid that as best we can. Now Doherty sending it out front, just on the far post there was Ellie Bello. Battle on the far boards, only as far as Addie Garrity. Now battle on the boards here. Doherty come out in front, shot, hit the crossbar just over the right shoulder.
That was a blast, too. That was a nice little toe drag fake. Let it go high and hard in that one. I don't even know. I didn't even see the puck, to be honest with you.
It might have gotten the shoulder of Dunphy, but either way, we know for sure it hit the iron. Now the Harbor one will come back and look to counter. Puck sent up the boards, but pushed along there by Megan Hanrahan. Now the Harbor woman able to come in onside here. Now the shot, handled by Dunphy. Doherty, a little bit far behind, unable to get it. She'll go down, and a shot sending it just wide of the post there.
Got a power play
Callie
coming
Green.
up for Hingham.
Power play coming up, penalty on Pembroke. And now a shot there. And we'll get a tripping call here.
Yeah, Caroline Doherty was coming up the half wall there. Had a nice opportunity, too. Made an unbelievably no-look pass down the slot. I don't even know how she missed the net on that one. That was right down the slot.
So Megan Hanrahan will go to the box for tripping for Pembroke. And they will send out Sullivan, Nee. I believe that's Grace Kazolius, one of the three. Need one more, and hopping off the bench is one of the co-captains, Emily Stone. That'll be the penalty kill. Be Doherty, Garrity.
Yeah, this is their full power play unit right now. They're not messing around. They're putting the full top unit on. See if they can actually open this thing up a little bit.
Lash also there, Richardson, and up on the points, Catherine Flynn. So that top power play is noon. Here comes Richardson. She'll hand it over to the face-off circle, send it back to the point to Flynn. Flynn took a deflection, now sent over. Richardson will corral it. She will spin. Richardson, talked about it earlier. Pembroke a little bit more aggressive on this penalty kill than the previous one.
Why not?
Richardson sent it over, trying to find Doherty, but Richardson will corral it. She will back up there.
Wide open, weak side.
Here we go. It is Addie Garrity trying to find in the middle is Callie Crean, and the puck will be sent down the river and all the way down to the Hingham end. You mentioned it in that first period, Mike. We talked about staying in the box. It was giving Hingham too much time. Pembroke out to meet them on the half wall here on this penalty kill so far.
Yeah, they're actually playing like two up and two, but they're not even like sitting back, which I would do the same thing. That's how I would attack it.
Richardson will take it around the net here. Have one on the slot. She will find her. Richardson unable to corral a pass. Battle of 17s here as Garrity and Sullivan will go to the far boards, and it will get only as far as Catherine Flynn. Flynn will walk it in front. Whew. Never got to Dunphy as making the block there was Ella Sullivan.
Smart play. She had the slot. Why not walk it right down the middle? There was too many bodies in front. That's the only thing. Couldn't tell, though.
Puck being corralled here by the Harbor and sent back to Richardson. Richardson will wait as nobody really setting up a screen in front. Doherty will send it back to Flynn. Flynn with the shot. Oh, looking for the deflection.
Dunphy again. A lot of rubber tonight. That's probably 25, 26 shots she's seen already.
She has been able on most of these shots, which is very keen for a goaltender, especially at the high school level. Her rebound control has been outstanding tonight.
She puts the puck where she's supposed to put it. Right, exactly.
Puck back to the point. Here comes Catherine Flynn. She'll send it down low to
Nice
Ellie below.
play.
Now, backhand out in front, unable to get it through, was Katie Teague. Now Richardson back behind the net. She will circle.
full line change except for like Richardson. Oh no, I think CC still out there too. CC Flynn.
Penalty expired. Back to full strength here. It's back behind the net is Crean. Crean sending it out in front, unable to connect with Teague. Pembroke will get it out of the zone there. Only as far as Flynn.
Nice behind the back pass there too by I think it was Teague.
Back behind the net, and Flynn will look to get something going. She'll send it over across to Richardson, who feels like she's been out there for 3 or 4 minutes now.
Yeah, she takes. It's every other day she takes off.
It's, you know, what are
she's an iron woman. Trust me.
It's high school. What is stamina anyway?
Oh my goodness, right?
So back behind the net, Flynn. Flynn backhanded forward, and Richardson again. She will look to counter, but pass out in front, picked off by Pembroke, unable to get it. Shot through was Hannah D'Angelo.
That was almost a turnover. She's getting tired. She needs a break. We could tell that.
Yeah, now she'll try to come for bench for a change as the Harbor woman will look for another goal. Here comes Crean. Crean will take it around to the far circle. Send it down low. Dunphy will just let it go and be handled by her deep partner. Puck sent back behind the net. Now back out in front. Here comes Doherty. Toe drag. Backhand. Stopped by Dunphy. Rebound still waiting there. Dunphy able to save her own bacon.
That was a great play. A nice little toe drag, pulled it in real tight. She got handcuffed, but then she just threw a little backhand there. Threw it right at her chest, though. It was a good save by Dunphy. Stayed square.
Face-off will be to her right with 1:47 left here in the second period. 3-1 your score. Harbor women lead the Pembroke Titans. Face-off won by Pembroke. A shot. Took a couple deflections, but hit the apron of the goals. Letting that shot go was Maya Hobson. Now puck sent down by Pembroke, and this will go for icing. It's something not often seen, but you mentioned it earlier. A lot of teams will roll 2, maybe 3 lines at that. Hingham roll 4 lines strong all night long. It's one of the reasons why they're so filled with stamina.
Tonight. There's been nights though. They like when they're going up against Malden Catholic, when they're going up against Notre Dame. Which, by the way, they've played both of them twice, and they beat them both times. So they've got 4 wins under the belt for both of those teams. But yeah, so, you know, that's what happens. You know, coaches always listen. Coaches want to run 3 and 4 lines, but you know, it just comes a time where, as you said, at this level, and when you're getting at the level where you're number 1 or number 2 in the state, you play the people that you want to win those games that you have to win. So tonight's a little bit different, and they're going to probably play 3-4 lines, and that's what you're supposed to do, and even it out.
Just joining us, I had mentioned, and Mike just mentioned 2 of the teams, Malden Catholic and NDA Hingham, skated to a 1-1 tie earlier in the afternoon. And you mentioned MC with 2 losses, but the only 2 losses, but both losses came to the Harbor women. One in a 3-1 game in the Tenney Cup, and one
what a pass.
5-4 in a beautiful backhand.
No-look pass, but she got hit in the leg.
If you bet the over on no-look passes tonight, you're getting very close to cashing in. That is Dunphy will hold.
No, that's a good point. I wonder what it was. They might have that on FanDuel. I have no idea. Should have checked it out. High school sports. You never know.
I never see that one, anything like that. But Dunphy will hold with 39.8 left here in the second period, and she'll face a face-off to her right. It'll be Garrity facing off with D'Angelo, and D'Angelo will win it. She'll backhand it out of the zone. And Shea Richardson back out there.
A lot of good pressure coming on right there. That's good speed by Pembroke. Pressure in the puck.
There have been a couple times.
Look at that. Just turned it over. That's what you got to do, especially in the neutral zones. If you're going to defend against Hingham, you got to win a little bit once in a while in the neutral zone. Problem is they got the speed, like you said. Another behind the back pass.
It's just unbelievable sometimes, but again, with the level that they played at all year, why not? Easy save there for Pulio. She'll steer it to the far boards with 5 seconds left in the period. And Hingham content to just let this one run out, and they will. So, at the end of 2 periods, the score, Hingham 3, Pembroke 1. A quick strike at the beginning of the period for the Harbor women, but a quicker response by the Titans. It's anybody's to play for heading into the third period.
Well, let's be honest. This game could be 7-8 to 1, honestly. Dunphy's playing fantastic. She's squared up quite a bit. Hingham had the pressure on the zone almost the entire time. Hingham made one bad mistake in the zone, and it cost them. But at the same time, when you're a coach, you want to see them put the puck away if you had that many chances, right? It's easy said than done, and it's like, you got you behind the back passes and stuff, but she's probably going to say, like, guys, can we just put this, if we can we just put the game away?
Before we go to break, just want to spend a moment and take some time. I know you mentioned it earlier, but a big shout out to both athletic departments at Pembroke and at Hingham, the boosters, all the support here in Hingham for all the support of My Hockey Live and the Always On Media Group. And
yes, I've got some others. I'm going to wait till we come back a little bit earlier, and I want to thank a couple of call-outs and give a couple of call-outs to some people that really step up, sponsor the program, sponsor tonight, and it just are always there. Like I said, it takes a village with this type of stuff. And when you have a program that's this in-depth, both for the boys, the girls, the youth hockey program, there's a lot of people that back this thing to make it successful. So we'll come back and we'll say some thank yous to that.
We will have that right at the top when we come back for the third period. Again, at the end of 2, Hingham 3, Pembroke 1. You're watching girls high school hockey on My Hockey Live.
The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in!
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has 2 trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com. The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com.
Back live here at the Pilgrim Skating Rink on Hingham, Massachusetts. 3-1 your score between the Hingham Harbor Women and the Pembroke Titans. Mike Walsh on play-by-play, joined by Mike Walsh on color commentary. And on Saturday night, the postman always delivers, Mike Simmons on production. Thank you for always. Mike, you had a couple of shout-outs you want to get to. I'll leave that to you, my friend.
Yeah, not a joke, by the way. There's two Michael Walshes. I'm Michael J, and you're Michael
R.
Michael R. and Michael J, and his dad's Michael J, too. But yeah, I'm glad you teed that up for me because this, as we talked about a little bit earlier, it takes a village to get these programs going. A couple of people I just have to shout out because they do such a good job with the program. John Norton, huge backer of it, one of the big sponsors for tonight's to bring this to you guys live. We had some technical difficulties, obviously, as people were trying to check in. We had it's basically the feed from the rink, so we had to switch over to YouTube. So hopefully the people that really wanted to watch it that are outside the program are watching on YouTube. But thank you, John Norton. Bill Chase, always with us as well. He's with High Tech Window and Siding. Matt Brown with the Matt Brown Foundation, everybody knows. Matt Brown's an amazing guy, amazing what he does. He's actually worked with the girls in the program too, tell them to overcome certain things in life that are challenging to you. So shout out to the Matt Brown Foundation. And then Bill Rugg and Dave McKay. Bill Rugg does an unbelievable job helping us tape these games while we're filming them. He's taping them, giving feedback, and he's putting those videos from his computer over to Dave McCabe, who's putting them up to the Twitter feed, to the X.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, this is what people are doing to help these guys don't realize how much they get.
Traveling circus that's working wonders so far. We thank them, as always, for everything that they do. Puck sent into the net, so face-off controlled down below us. Is battling there is Flynn. Now puck sent out in front and covered there by Izzy Pulio.
That's a smart play. You know, the puck, the ice, as we can see from here, still soaking wet. It's gotten a lot warmer out in the last couple of hours, believe it or not, and the rink seems like it feels warm tonight. So they dumped a bunch of water in that puck. You might as well just cover that thing up when it comes squirting out like that.
It's always weird when you go into a hockey rink expecting everything like this. You walk in and you almost feel like you're in the wrong place because it's so sometimes warmer than normal.
Yeah, it's warmer than the outside.
But yeah, which just doesn't make any sense sometimes, but we could digress. Puck controlled here, and here come the Harbor women up the left side. Ellie Bello had it stripped off the puck there.
Caught in a quagmire.
Now unable to get there and unable to pull the trigger. Puck just fought for.
That's the puddles that it gets caught up in. So you got to, somebody's got to say, let's give it an extra 3 minutes so that these puddles stop. Saw a game in a tournament down at the Bog 2 weeks ago during the Tenny Cup, one of the boys' games prior to it. Nice shot by Caroline Doherty, high over the net, though. One of the kids came in off the half wall to play D, went off his stick. Guy walked in from Archie, scored the game-winning goal. It was awful. Awful.
I was watching that game at home, and you had mentioned it on the live stream. The carrying of the puck, and not even joking, puck sometimes would just stop, almost like that game between the Dolphins and the Steelers on Monday Night Football, where the field was so bad the ball would sometimes just stick.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
So an added element here in the third period between these two teams. Puck will be sent down only as far as the blue line. Back to get it is Katie Teague. She'll send it up the boards, but Pembroke unable to kind of get it in deep. And now the Harbor Women will look to counter back. Maya Hobson off the skate of Callie Crean, and Crean will come with speed up the left side. She will pull back, send it down front, broken up there.
Good to see Hannah Lash back out there after she took, I don't know if it was a knee on knee or maybe an elbow to the head. It was a tough one to call, but she's back out there anyway.
Happened just at the blue line right in front of the bench there. Was a little slow at first, but got up and skated off her own power, so good to see her back. Kept in there by Shea Richardson. Richardson, deke around one, deke around two, and unable to pull the trigger on the backhand.
She had the wide open net. I'm telling you right now, that was a puddle right there. She tried to get it back in. The thing got stuck.
She had two opportunities. If you're just joining us here in the third period, right down here, Hingham was down on the other side here. in the second period, and Mike and I mentioned it, she had 2 opportunities like that, but ironically she ran out of space just on the net front.
Yeah.
And that time, she had the wide open net, and she actually completed the move.
She did.
Just couldn't pull the trigger.
She's going to be itching for a goal.
She's had a lot of opportunities. So has this person, Caroline Doherty, up this left side. Doherty with a shot. Got through, and then Dumpy with 2 saves.
Great save right there on that rebound. Slid right over, hit off the post. Rather pushed off the post, and she was able to corral that. I don't know how. That should have been a goal.
Pass sent out in front, took a deflection, so was unable to get a shot. And now 2 saves again in succession by Dumpy. She's going to be one of the stars of this game, regardless of the result here. She's played outstanding tonight.
You literally just read my brain. I was literally about to say that, even if, in a losing cause, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to that. Caroline Doherty's got enough goals, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. It's over 1,000 in her career, and she's not going to slow down until March. Now a pass deflected out front. Coming on for a break was Maggie O'Malley, but she was unable to get a trigger. O'Malley, the only goal scorer here for the Pembroke side, with 12 minutes left in the third period. And now with speed, Callie Crean turning on the Jets here. Crean will take it wide. Put it out in front, but hit the post. Now back out in front, a wrist shot. Handled in front,
there it
and
is.
A goal! Laying the shot go from the point was Samantha McCabe.
Hard work pays off. Callie Crean streaking up the wing right there. She ran out of space, too, because she was going so fast. She goes right to the goalie, but fortuitous enough to have the puck go back to the point. Shot comes on net. Crean goes weak side. Rebound's waiting for her right there. She just stuffs it in the net.
She turned the net and had won that battle with Maggie O'Malley, and you said it right as soon as she did it. It was a 5th or 6th gear. It came around the net and almost was going NASCAR-like speeds.
Yeah, she was. She was flying.
Katie Teague. Now another shot and a glove save there by Dumphy. So 4-1 lead for Hingham against Pembroke. Pembroke came in number 26 in the Division II power ranking, so a division below and number 26 against the number 1 team in Division I, the top conference, at a 4-1 scoreline. If you're the coaching staff for Pembroke, it's almost kind of, I don't want to say what you expected, but it's the effort's definitely been there for this team all night.
Well, the effort's there, but if it wasn't for Dumphy, this thing could be really ugly. Let's be honest. I mean, it's just it's a dominating game right now by the Harbor women. And you know what? As you said, Pembroke's done a nice job in their own zone, though. They get sticks, they get traffic, you get sticks. You got to get sticks on the puck, and that's what they do. They play a smart game when they're in their own zone, but, they want to score goals.
Yes.
Obviously.
Now here come the Titans back the other way here. A little bit of stick work right on the stick, on the edge of the stick there. And now back come the Hingham, and they will look to regroup. Bringing out here for the Harbor women is Hobson. Hobson tried to send a saucer pass over, but unable to connect there. Only as far as number 24, Ellie Bello. She will send it in deep. First to get it there is Ella Sullivan for the Titans. She will come back with speed. She'll take it wide, avoid a stick check there, but a good one there on the side. And then a little bit of a nudge is Crean. Now back to get it. Hopped along there was Emma Jones. Now the puck will be sent all the way down and in on Pulio, and she will play it.
Oh, nice play. Nice little outlet pass for the breakout.
Now, I don't know if this will be the case. No, unfortunately, too many passes there. Pulio might have had an apple.
All right.
And a shot covered there by Dumphy. Pulio, it was on net, so there wasn't going to be an icing. And a very, very good pass. Made it all the way to in between the blue line and the circle to get that rush going. Fortunately, wasn't able to get the apple there for the assist on that play.
If she hasn't seen much action, so that's harder. I mean, anytime you don't see the action, little knuckleball comes in. I'd rather I'm not saying I want Dumphy's action. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you want a regular pace up and down.
Dunphy's action might be teetering the line of like, oh, I'm getting work, I'm staying sharp, to, oh my gosh, what's my defense sometimes doing because I'm getting so many shots. But yeah, she's been outstanding tonight, and the Harbor women's looking for more.
She's a good goalie.
Pass out in front, a backhand pass.
Thinking weak side was open. Walsh with the backhand pass, looking for weak side, but no one was there.
You mentioned it just before we went off the air for the second intermission. the backhand pass of the no-look pass.
No, you mentioned. You said the over-under would be interesting.
I might have teed you up on that one there,
Right,
definitely. But I was gonna get to the point. I mentioned the over/under on the no-look pass and this and that.
I know.
You had mentioned Coach might have just been saying we got to just make the simple plays here, because if we make the simple plays, we can beat this team easily. Now Walsh up this right side as player goes down for the Harbor woman. Puck behind the net.
That's Garrity. I don't know what happened there right at the blue line. Something must have happened. Let's take a quick peek at it. I don't know if it was just another incidental knee on knee, but she looks like she was hurt for a second there.
Garrity back on her feet, skating to the bench. 2 plays like that there.
Yeah, it could have been an interference call, but that ref couldn't see it. He's following the puck. Got hauled down from behind, it looks like. Could have also fell. A lot of times you see something like that, you fall backwards. Sometimes you fall on your own skate. It's the worst pain in the world.
With all the padding on, you'll always find an area.
No kidding. Especially behind the pants like that.
Now the Harbor women trying to break it out of their own zone here. Flynn will send it up the
Uh-oh.
boards.
Big
Pass
turn.
it out front, but unable to corral it was Grace Kazolius. Every once in a while, a pass from the Harbor woman has been a little bit loose.
Yeah.
And Titans have been unable to control some of them, and some of them have led to some chances.
Yeah. Well, we both know, let's be honest. I mean, you when you get that much time and space, you get a little bit looser, kind of play to the competition as well. But what happens is you get away from the system that you usually play when. These last 3 weeks for the Harbor woman, playing probably 8 out of 10 games that they had played, were all against top 5, top 10 teams in the state. And it was just like nail-biting time for most of those games, 2 in overtime, things like that. So, you know, this game right here, you get a little bit looser, and, of course, you're going to try things that you normally wouldn't do. Coach is not going to yell at you as much.
Exactly. And now up in front, pass across, come back and one-touch passing here by the Harmon, but sent out in front and off the boards and all the way down here.
Yeah, Concannon had a nice post up right in front in the slot, and the puck came to her. She did a great job. Dropped the back foot, trying to jam it in, but once again, somebody made a save. Dunphy's probably, I mean, I should have been keeping shot count. I'm going to say in my head she's up to 40 anyways.
It's been a star-making performance for the goaltender tonight. And the Harbor women win a face-off back to Richardson. Richardson will let a shot go. Finally got there, and Dunphy, you heard the pad, hit a couple bodies in front, and now kept it at the blue line there by Hobson. Back behind the net it goes. And Hobson will come back, and she will keep it in again. And now Harwood will send it back in deep. First to get it is Hanrahan. She'll send it up the boards, but unable to get it to the blue line. Now the Harbor women will go to work again. Sent out in front, hit the pad of Dunphy. Wasn't sure if there was a shot or a pass, but either way, got to the net. And the Harbor women are working down low as much as they can. Now puck sent back up the boards, and the Titans will get a chance to counter. Off the boards a couple times. Now sent, and we're going to have a penalty call.
Yeah, that's a hook. It's either a hook or a high stick, whatever you want to call it. It's he called it a high stick. The one thing I do notice, though, and I've been saying this all season, when a team pressures Hingham in their own zone and they get through the neutral zone, and there's honestly not that many times that you've seen it, but they come back in just droves, and they come, every single person back checks so aggressively.
It's a 5-person forecheck all time, and a little bouncing puck there on the second try. Pulio is able to cover, and every player is always, we know all 3 forwards down below the goal line forechecking, and at times the 2 defensemen are as low as the face-off circles sometimes. It's a 5-person forecheck. Now a shot there, hit the mask of Pulio.
That was a great shot, too. It was a hard shot, too, by their captain there, number 14. I got an old list, by the way. I have last year's list. I thought it was this year's. I don't know who it was.
And D'Angelo back let that shot go, and Pulio was able to counter there.
Again, Pembroke's on a power play right now.
Yes, in the box here was Brenna Doherty for the high stick. Back is Dunphy. She will bunt it down. And Peyton Sorsbury will send it up the boards. Meeting at the blue line there between 2 Harbor women and 2 Titans. Puck will be sent back, controlled by Catherine Flynn. Flynn will send it over to Richardson. Richardson will send it up the boards to Crean. Crean will waste some more time, and she'll come back, backhand, try to make a backhand pass. And now back to recover is Flynn.
That's one of those things where if that was any other game, what are you doing handling the puck like a D-man in the neutral zone, flipping a backhand pass? But that's what we got right now, and, the turnover didn't cost them, so they're fine.
Pembroke, and they had the first power play tonight, and it was mostly down in their end. Now a shot through the legs. Pulio able to get it theirs. That was Hannah D'Angelo, one of the co-captains, letting that shot go. Now Richardson.
She's just gassed. I mean, this it looks like Pembroke might just have one power play line, and D'Angelo's made a great play on the toe drag. She's gassed. She needs a break. She's going off right now.
Rolling those 4 lines again, like we mentioned. Hingham coming in droves now. Puck sent off the boards by Addie Garrity. And now she will come in with speed. She will take it to her backhand. Puck will be taken there. Now we will return to 5-on-5 hockey. And puck will be sent in by the Titans. Pulio will come out of the net. She'll bunt it along to Caroline Doherty. Doherty under pressure there. But able to escape it, and she'll take up the left side. Doherty with one nice deke. She'll take it up
got
left.
2-on-1 here.
Potential 2-on-1. Backhand in front and a shot.
She gave it to the pass, got there. I mean, the pass got right to Blue's backhand, but it just went off the tip.
Now Puck's still alive. I thought Dunphy had it.
I did too.
We took a look away, and all of a sudden, Puck was sitting right there in the neutral zone. Pass came across. It was Ellie Bello on the other side with Doherty. And all of a sudden, we thought Dunphy had fallen on it, so we were going to talk about that 2-on-1. Then all of a sudden, Puck just laying there with it. So face off to Dunphy's right, and it's won by the Titans. And here they come again with speed. And puck dumped in there. We'll take a bounce off of it.
She stayed on. I thought she was getting off.
Battle on the far boards, far side there. Hanging back for the hard woman is Garrity. Puck will come out in front and sent out in front. Broken up there. It was a combination of Pulio and Maya Hobson, both getting sticks on it. Now up the left side, sending it off the boards, but kept in at the blue line. Now coming up this right side.
Lucky.
Garrity sent it over. She was looking for Bello. Puck sent out on delay offside, so Hingham will have to tag up. Puck sent over to Maggie O'Malley. Lone goal scorer tonight for the Titans on a breakaway in the second period that made it 3-1, as we are now in 4-1 here. Hingham will send it out of the zone, but here come the Titans again. Up the left side here is Lauren Perry. She'll send it around the boards, only as far as Crean. Crean will send it back, but Perry's the only one there. Now puck sent out in front, got blocked there. Good play. As getting that block was Hannah Lash.
Yeah, Hannah Lash, that hurt, by the way. That hurt her where there was no pad. I saw that right from behind. She's limping.
Lash, we saw.
Here she comes, though.
Nope.
Look at this.
What kind of Lash with a shot.
Woo!
And a
what
Dunphy.
A save.
It was either the blocker or the stick, it sounded like. It sounded hollow, but you're able to get a piece of it.
She might have. Yeah, you're right. It was struck so hard, it did. I find like it did hit the stick. Not positive.
Up into the protective netting there.
Look at that.
We saw a collision.
Yeah. Good call. Right off the stick. Top of the stick. Thing was labeled to the top shelf, too.
Lash, we saw a collision like this. Lash took a collision in the second period right at the blue line. Was able to get there.
That was a sneaky puck.
And then able to block shot and a potential 2-on-1 here. Callie Crean coming out the right side. She's got Teague with her. Teague with a shot. Dunphy stones her.
That's got to be 50, I swear.
We're getting close. Now puck sent over, and Richardson will keep it in. Richardson will take up the left side. He's got 2 Titans with her. Puck will be sent down and sent around the boards by Ella Sullivan. But keeping it in the zone are the heavyweight. Now shot.
This isn't the first time, by the way. Hingham's played at least 6 or 7 teams that have had just unbelievable goaltending, and they've had dominating performances. But they come away, 4-1, 5-1, whatever it is, which sounds great. But, I mean, some serious goaltending down in the South Shore here.
Now on a 1-on-5 rush, puck handled and covered there by Pulio was Ella Sullivan on a lone rush there. It's one of those things where
playoff hockey, right? Well, that's what they say in the pros. Like, it's all about the goaltending when it comes down to it.
Doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter the players you might have. If you got a good goaltender,
nice
you can go as far as you want.
That's it.
Puck sent up the boards, and if you've been paying attention to My Hockey Live, there's definitely not a lack of goaltending in high school hockey. So we're going to be in for a show come tournament time.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly where you steal it, too. You might have Hingham looking like they're cruising in, but a goaltender can steal any type of a game.
Puck up the far boards here as we're under 2 minutes left here in the third period with a 4-1 lead for the Harbor Women. Well, puck battled along the boards here. Puck sent out and a slap shot. Dunphy got a piece of it, steered to the far boards. Far side, they will battle alongside there. Puck handled, and now the Titans will look to break out up the far boards. O'Malley will get it out of the zone, but only as far as the Harbor Woman, and they will come back in. Here comes Addie Garrity, and unable to connect on the pass, but keeping it in the zone is Caroline Doherty. Doherty send it down low, looking for a give and go here, but was kind of stopped or slowed up a little bit by a Titan and unable to get fully back to the net.
That was a clog zone. They did a nice job clogging up the zone. They're good at doing that for sure.
Last minute in the play, now a shot there by Kaylee Walsh, a little bit far, but good forecheck here for the Hingham. But here come the Titans, good deep there. They're coming with speed. Is Hannah D'Angelo. D'Angelo will take it wide. D'Angelo, she'll deke around in front. Stone by, then a goal! O'Malley might get her second of the game.
That should not be a goal, actually. That was goaltender interference. I think I'm going to look at it again, but that was pretty aggressive. There was no stop right into the goaltender. I'd be surprised, but I mean, at this point, I guess it doesn't matter, but it kind of does.
Puglia was registering a complaint.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, maybe it looks like a good goal. Who knows? It's a good play, by the way.
A good rush.
Really
now
nice.
Here she comes again.
Yeah, no, she looks
going
good.
Down. She's unable to corral it.
She's been the player of the game for Pembroke, that's for sure. She's got a good hockey IQ, and she handles the puck well.
Puck sent out in front, and another shot. Dunphy again. Puck sent out of the zone with 18 seconds left in the game. It's one of the biggest talked about questions is what is goaltender interference right now, just across hockey in general.
I know. That's a good point.
Green with the shot. That goes wide. 5 seconds left in the game. Puck comes back to the point. Shot on there by Catherine Flynn. Pembroke was sent out of zone, and it's lucky 13.
Lucky 13. I was just going to say the same thing. Must be the Walsh Mines.
Harbor Women will get out of here with a 4-2 win. They carried most of the play, but have to give a tip of the cap to Mia Dunphy. Kept it close for 4-2, and the Harbor Women, the scoreline doesn't suggest sometimes the way play was carried, but the scoreline does suggest the way Pembroke stayed in and battled for a full 3 periods all night long.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the score right now. If you're out of town and you're like, oh, what was Hingham must have crushed Pembroke? No. You see the score? No. But as you said, was it ever in doubt? Never in doubt. However, you run into a hot goaltender like that, they chip away and they get a quick goal. You never know what's going to happen. They took care of business. That's what you're supposed to do. When you're the number 1 team in the state, you're supposed to take care of business. It doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game. They got a lot of kids in that weren't playing regular shifts. They jumbled every single line around. So this wasn't the same Harbor Women team that played the last 3 weeks. This was a team that they were honoring the seniors, and they did a lot of nice things, and they got to play with their friends. And that's, at the end of the day, you got to remember that too. So this was a fun game for those guys. And don't get me wrong, every game's serious. Pembroke came in here, they want to knock them off. They did a good job of keeping it low bay, but this just wasn't the same exact lineup that they put out, is all I'm saying.
Last week of January, the calendar will turn to February soon. We are a month out from the most important time of the year, and Hingham finding their stride at just the right time, 13-0. They will move on to their next game. Pembroke will go to 3-8 and move on there. So, for Mike Walsh on color commentary, for the postman Mike Simmons on production, I'm Mike Walsh on play-by-play. We thank you for joining us. Your final score, the Harbor Women 4, the Titans 2, presentation of high school girls hockey here on My Hockey Live.
The Always On Media Group has two trusted networks that bring professional-grade live stream broadcast services to high school sports and events. Partnered with established athletic conferences like the MIAA, the NEPSAC, and the ISL. All of our games are simulcasted on multiple different outlets for maximum exposure. Broadcasting nearly 400 events to over 250,000 viewers.
On again, Hannah will pull. And it's in.
Your brand can tap into our growing audience through commercials, in-game sponsorships, fundraisers, and live interviews. Partner with the Always On Media Group and become a member of our team today. To learn more, contact Mark Igo at migo@alwaysonmediagroup.com.